Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom. And welcome to Less Than 10 Minutes. Words to Yashar'al, Nation of Believers. My name is Symmanayah, and if you are tuning in for the first time, you will come to know that Yashar'al, of whom I speak, consists of those who seek to worship and obey Almighty Yahuwah, the Creator, the Ancient of Days, the Aleph, the Tav, the beginning, the end. Those who seek to worship and obey Him. Those who accept and embrace Yahusha as Mashiach and Messiah, as Messiah. These are my brothers, my sisters. These are those whom this message, these words are addressed. And I say to you and encourage you, let us lift up Yahusha, our Mashiach, Messiah, in our obedience and worship. With that said, if I didn't introduce myself, let me say again. My name is Symmanayah, and today is July 31st, 2013. In this segment, I speak once again, on the matter of seed and seeds. So this segment is the identity of the seed. Purpose is established. Function is expected. Let me say that again. The identity of the seed. Purpose is established. Function is expected. Let us take a look. Genesis 1:11 says, and Alahym said, let the earth bring forth grass, and the plant that yields seed, and the fruit tree that yields fruit according to its kind, whose seed is in itself on the earth. And it came to be so. That was Genesis 1:11. Genesis 9:9 reads, and I establish my covenant with you and with your seed after you. This was Almighty Father speaking to Abraham. Genesis 13:6 reads as follows, and I shall make your seed as the dust of the earth, so that if a man could count the dust of the earth, then your seed also could be counted. Galatians 3:16 reads, but the promises were spoken to Abraham, to his seed. He does not say to seeds, and as of many, but as of one, and to your seed, who is Messiah. You see, my brothers and sisters, seed of righteousness. I submit to you to consider that this is referring to the seed of righteousness being multiplied. I want to continue with Matthew 13:31 and 32. Another parable he put before them, saying, the rain of the heavens is like a mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is less than all the seeds, but when it is grown, it is greater than the plants and become a tree, so that the birds of the heaven come and dwell on its branches. Let me read more. Luke chapter 8, verses 4 through 8. And when a large crowd had gathered, those who were coming to him from every city, he spoke by a parable. A sower went out to sow his seed, and as he sowed, some indeed fell by the wayside, and it was trodden down, and the birds of the heaven devoured it. And others fell on the rock, and when it grew up, it withered, because it had no moisture. And others fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up with it and choked it. And others fell on the good soil, and grew up and yielded a crop 100-fold. Having this, he cried, he who has ears to hear, let him hear. My brothers and sisters, if we examine the aforementioned scriptures, one could see that seed and seeds play an important role towards our instructions and guidance. Are we sluggards? Are we just plain lazy? Are we blind? Are we deaf? Could it be that some messages and or words are not designed to be directed towards us? Whatever the case, let us seek out the seed of the matter and discover our place as given by the Spirit of Yahushua. If we are too busy, too distracted to pause and pray for discernment, to identify the seed of any matter, how then can we be able to rightly define functions and or have righteous expectations? How then can we establish what is expected of us and obey the righteous guidance from above? That righteous guidance could come through us one to another or directly from the Father, from the Spirit of Yahushua. Let us be able to discern whether we are hearing the things that are righteous. All too often I have witnessed those who are either too busy, not concerned enough, distracted for whatever reason, etc., filled with excuses for not identifying the seed of a matter. I urge you to strongly consider, when discernment is unclear as to the seed of a matter, that we place the uncertainty before the Most High Father's set-apart Spirit, before the altar of Almighty Yahuwah, and wait for an answer. Who has the patience, fortitude, and/or sensitivity to be precise in managing these circumstances? Identifying the seed of a matter is paramount. It establishes position and more. It helps us to identify the purpose of a matter. Seeds perform differently and may produce and/or wither away. Sometimes one must look deep to discover the seed, the purpose, the function. There are cases when one will examine the matter and follow discerning guidance that will lead to the discoveries of the seed of the matter. In other words, there are times when we see something, the more we examine and pray, measured against the scriptures, measured against the living word, the righteous guidance from the Spirit of Yahushua, there are times when we begin to look at the evidence, look at the details, that we will come to know, come to discover what is the true seed, what is the true purpose, what is the true intent. In other instances, specific seeds may be the responsibility of another. In either case, it would be wise for us to establish our position. What are we to do? How are we to manage, receive, or reject the seeds or the seed of a matter? How long will we be quick to execute a ruling without leaning into the living guidance of the Spirit of Yahushua? How long will we allow our academic prowess to be the cause of our faltering? What will it take for us to realize that it is the Ancient of Days that grants us participation through this journey of time? My brothers and sisters, let us come to discover the seed of matters. Let us grow to learn the voice of the Spirit of Yahushua and discover a more fulfilling life. As we mature on this journey, we may just discover that in the details are information and resources to further increase our worship and obedience. Many have heard the cliche, the devil is in the details. How many realize that it means this is where the enemy does not want us to be? In the details, discoveries are realized. An uncovering of function and purpose occurs. This is where right rulings are formed. Pray and watch. The understanding of seed and seeds are an important phenomena for our growth and relationships. Till next time, my brothers and sisters, pray on these matters. Seek righteous instruction, living guidance. Pray and watch. Be encouraged. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, shalom, shalom, shalom.